Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Madhava, Kunjali Hari, Govinda Vallabha, Girivardhari. Hare Radha Madhava, Kunjali Hari, Govinda Vallabha, Girivardhari. Hare Radha Madhava, Kunjali Hari, Govinda Vallabha, Girivardhari. Hare Radha Madhava, Kunjali Hari, Govinda Vallabha, Jagadanandana, Jagadanandana, Kamalati Ravanasari. Yashodanandana, Jagadanandana, Kamalati Ravanasari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Gopal Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे संकीर्तन के अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। भक्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatyuttama bhaktir bhavati naishtiki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So we are coming to the last part of the camp today. So all the questions that you all gave has gone to the right hands. They will put it in the computer and mail me, because many of you raised a hand yesterday that you will surely hear the answers. I'm going to make an effort to make a video and we'll send you the link. Don't feel, oh, I took the effort to write the question and probably didn't answer. Don't think like that. I will answer them in the. I am also trying to do one more thing. In the video, in the description, you will find all the questions along with the timings. You click the timing, you go to that question. We are trying to do that also. So you can find your question where it is. You can locate it. We are making an effort to do that. And this is a very important session. Crucial values to be cultivated in the formative years of Krishna consciousness in youth. Please repeat this verse. Brahmachari Gurukule Vasandanto Gurorhitam Acharan Dasavanicho Gurau Sudrida Sauhridaha. Was the mic with you?
Translation. Narad Muni said, a student should practice completely controlling his senses. He should be submissive and should have an attitude of firm friendship for the spiritual master. With a great vow, the brahmachari should live at the Gurukul only for the benefit of the Guru.
Every word is important here. In India, even in 1800s, before the 19th century started, there were lakhs of Gurukulas in India. So that is actually the reason why the Vedic culture prevailed in India. From childhood, when a boy is 5 years of age, he would go to Gurukul. Brahmachari. Brahma means Krishna, supreme absolute truth. Chari means like the cows are grazing in the greenery, that's called chari. So Brahmachari means one whose mind is always dwelling on the absolute truth. He has a very natural inclination to study about God, discuss about God, tell people about God, worship God in the temple, chant His names. So these are natural for a person. He is actually called Brahmachari. And on the contrary, people in the world, their minds oftentimes become lusty, grazing over the Gramya Buddhi. Gramya Buddhi means materialistic subject matters like money making, women, increasing luxury, comforts, and leading a very lavish life and such kinds of things. So, a small boy, whether you are son of a king or you are son of a farmer, living in a village, a son of a poor man, whoever you are, they both were sent to the same Gurukula. Not that the king's sons had a special Gurukul. Everybody, like Krishna is son of Vasudev. He is born in a royal family. And Sudama is a poor Brahmin. Both go to the same Gurukul. And different treatment or same treatment? Same treatment. Both will sleep on chatai. Both will go to bring firewood. This is Gurukul. No differentiation based on economic status and all. Or political position also. Same treatment for all. Brahmachari. And then he says, Guru Kule Vasan. And the small boy, at the age of 5, you should live with the Guru in the ashram, not Grihe Vasan. It says Guru Kule Vasan. Anybody can say why the boy should not live with parents and then go to Gurukula. Why he should live with the Guru in the Guru's ashrama. Yeah? He's saying you will develop attachment to home, Okay, anything else? Huh? He will be?
Comfort zone.
He'll be in comfort zone. At home, many parents will tell you, Beta, why are you getting up at 4 o'clock? So jao 8 baje tak.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, parents have emotional attachment with their child.
Correct, emotional attachment. Due to the emotional attachment, parents have a tendency to pamper their child. Many parents say, Beta, we were very poor in our days. Now we have money. We will give you 100 dresses. We'll give you 50 chappals. Huh? Very lavishly they give treatment and the child gets spoiled. Huh? Therefore, in Gurukula, one will rise early in the morning. At home, one will rise late in the morning. At Gurukula, one will use one's hands to clean the ashram. Around the ashram, also remove the leaves and everything, and Purashriya, we call it. Do those things. Bathe the cow, milk the cow, go out and begging alms from the people. So, in this way, Gurukula children, they will do those activities under the order of Guru. Whereas at home, you put some maid servant or somebody who will wash the clothes, who will clean the floor, everything. And fellow will be watching TV or playing video games. Huh? So therefore, one should leave the home and go to the Gurukula, he says. Gurukule Vasan. Then Danto, he says, first one. That means controlling his senses. How do you control the senses? Like there are 5 senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. These are the 5 senses you have to control. How do you control? Yes? By engaging in Krishna's higher service in the ashram of the Guru. Otherwise, the 5 senses run in wrong direction. Correct? Like the 5 horses running in different directions. Actually, in the Vedic times, the Gurukulas, 50 miles radius, there was no smell of woman. 50 miles radius from the Gurukula. Only boys you will see. Therefore, we don't train boys and girls together, but we have a separate training program for the girls. You are aware of it? Like one boy was telling, Prabhuji, if you train only the boys and girls are not trained, what will happen to them? I said, don't worry, they are equally trained. There are enough number of girls who are also getting trained up. But by whom? By senior ladies. Brahmacharis train the boys and senior ladies train the girls. Many girls are also chanting 16 rounds. We have a boys and girls list for marriage. Almost 1,000 boys, 1,000 girls we have. They also come to 16 rounds. They wear tilak, they have kantimala, they also practice spiritual life. Don't think. So, they should be trained by mothers, matajis. But nowadays in colleges and schools, they put boys and girls together and they tell them to focus on studies. Will you be able to focus? Imagine next to you one girl is sitting and she's giggling. Can you focus? Yes, you can focus on her only. You can't focus on the subject. And that is why you find girls crack the first 3 ranks in computer science. And boys are looking at them. Bewildered. Isn't it? So, therefore, boys should be trained away from the kama vasanas. For that, woman should be kept far away. See, you want to marry also, no problem, but appropriate age you marry. But till that time, absolutely no contact with opposite sex. Then only you can control your senses. Because then, like you can turn a milk into butter. Like that you do Hare Krishna, intense sadhana you do, then the milk-like mind becomes like butter. When you put milk in water, it becomes dilute. But when you put butter in water, it will not mix. So you have to perform sadhana in such a strict manner that you should make your heart like butter. No, don't keep it like milk. If you add water and milk, it gets diluted. Therefore, nowadays, boys have become very weak-minded nowadays. Very, very like a balloon without air. They have no Shakti. They have no character, no Shakti, no purity, no sanctity in the mind. They have become degraded by womanly association. They have become very, very feminine. It's a fact. There is one video in America which says that men have become very weak-minded, very, very feminish by association with women. And women are becoming tough like men now in America. They are very strong. They're taking over the men. But actually, men are supposed to be physically stronger and psychologically also you can be very strong if you keep away from opposite. That's why Gurukule Vasan and Danto, controlling senses, first control means sex life. One should control. Then, of course, eating habits, sleeping habits, you have to control them. Discipline is required. Time for gao, time for so. Sleep early in the night, rise early in the Brahma Muhurtam, and the early morning chant the Vedic mantras, clean the ashram of Guru, and study the sacred scriptures and all that. And then you should live only for Guru or Hitam. You should live only for the benefit of Guru. You should live with the attitude of firm friendship for the Guru, he's saying. That means the disciple should think, Guru is my best friend I got in my life. Friend doesn't mean you take him lightly. Friendship actually means you are favorable to Guru. You think that for the sake of Guru, I will do anything. That type of dedication disciples show. And submissive to the spiritual master. Dasavat is saying. Dasavat means, Das means servant. Dasavat. Acharan, Dasavat, Nicho, Guru Sudrida Sauhradaha. Sauhrada means friendly attitude to Guru. And he takes a great brahmachari vow and lives at the ashram of Gurukul only for the benefit of Guru. Read it quickly. So, upakrame avasane cha charanam shirasa namet.
Just at the lotus feet of Guru, the Brahmachari, so our students, they are very obedient. And if our students see the Guru 100 times, he practices this process, offering obeisances while meeting and while going. These things are to be practiced. Then, Danta Brahmachari Gurukule Vasan Dante. Then he'll be controlled, self-controlled. Obedience is the first law of discipline. If there is no obedience, there cannot be any discipline. And if there is no discipline, you cannot manage anything. That is not possible. Therefore,
See, one time His Grace Burijan Prabhu came to Pune. He asked all of us brahmacharis, why do we have brahmachari ashram? And what is one quality in which we want to train all the brahmacharis? So some brahmacharis said humility, somebody said tolerance, somebody said patience, somebody said respect, somebody said shastric study. Different things they said. 25, 30 answers came. He didn't agree for any of them. He said, all right, he said. Finally, one brahmachari said, obedience. Prabhuji said, yes, that's the only thing, he said. If you have obedience, everything else will follow. You will see Arjuna was initially disobedient to Krishna. Finally, he said, Karishe Vachanam Tava. He became obedient. You will see that. So, when a disciple becomes obedient to the order of Guru, then all auspicious things happen in his life because then one can advance very fast in spiritual life. So, this obedience, how it is brought about, Prabhupada says in one lecture. Yeah, how a tiger is caught in the forest, do you know that? They put buckles to capture the feet of the tiger. They capture and put it in a cage and they bring it. And once they bring the tiger or a lion to the zoo, the animal is not given any food for 3-4 days. Initially, the tiger is vigorously walking to and fro inside the cage, wondering why they brought me here, why they are not giving me food. It's very angry mood he is. But after 2 days, when there is no food, what happens after that? He gets tired, sits in one place. Whether you see, sitting very angrily saying. And third, fourth, the anger is totally gone. Now, no point to come angry. Now you lie down like completely flat because no food now. 3-4 days, is flat. And then the ringmaster comes and he opens the door. He knows even if he open, the tiger cannot do anything. He slowly gets up. Slowly tries to come out because he has become weak now. 5-6 days, no food. Then he takes a wave. Like that he hits on the ground. Tiger is shocked. Thank God he didn't beat me up. If he hit me like this, I would have died. So then the ringmaster shows him a ring. And then he holds the ring like this. Here he holds a piece of flesh. He says, if you cross through the ring, you will get flesh. Now already he is weak, 6 days. Can he jump? But he has to jump, otherwise he won't get this. Then he jumps through the ring. Then he gets a piece of meat. First time he eats, he's so happy after eating. Then he's looking at the master, can you give me one more piece? He says, jump this side. Then he jumps this side, then jump this side. 4-5 times he has to jump. Then the ringmaster sets fire to the ring. Then he puts a fiery ring. Then he shows, the tiger is afraid, my lord, I have to jump into the fire. Then he shows a bigger piece of meat. That's right. And then the tiger, he jumps through that. Then he gives piece of meat. Then he hits it. Go inside. He said, he goes inside and closes the door. Huh? Once the door is closed now, he's inside. So one thing this fellow has understood. If I have to get some eatable, who will give? This ringmaster will give. And that fellow will ask me to do some tasks. Huh? I have to do those tasks. Then I can be. Now Prabhupada gives this example of taming the tiger. Why? Because our minds are as tenacious as a tiger. Huh? How many of you have seen your mind to be extremely adamant? You have seen? Yeah, you all have experienced, right? It's a bahut jiddi karta. Huh? Very adamant mind. Arjuna says that. How mind is very difficult to control. Huh? It's like a mad elephant. I can show you this thing, just 1 minute. See, he's saying how is the mind like? The mind is like this, very difficult to control, he is saying. See how the wind is. Krishna, Arjuna is giving this example. Mind is like a wind, which is difficult. Can you catch this wind? Can stop? Mind is very difficult to stop. Similarly, he is saying, mind is like this. Yeah. So Arjuna is telling mind is like Pramati. Pramati means like a mad elephant. Huh? Very frightening now how much power it has. But one good thing with the elephant is what? See, although elephant is so dangerous looking, elephant is a trainable creature. Huh? If you train the elephant, the same elephant can behave nice.
He's so huge. He's strong, isn't he? Or she's strong. I could hear his trunk jingling.
Yeah, he's got a trunk full of change. There we go. This one's non-real.
It's also
Oh, that guy's
Flowers and leaves also. And the Lord in the back. Here also they do every Saturday elephant procession, carrying Radha Madhav. But you 3 bad elephants and 3 good elephants. You saw that? What are the 3 bad elephants? You got one was driving away the bike riders, and the other elephant was lifting the scooter. Isn't it? Third elephant was lifting the auto. Isn't it? And these 3 good elephants, what they were doing? One was giving Ashirvad, you saw? Giving blessing to people. Children were all playing with it. You saw that? See, elephant can be walked on a street. It can give blessing. It can do drawing. But it's a trained elephant. That means our mind also is like that. If we train the mind, then mind behaves very nicely. Without training, it's very difficult to deal with the mind. Therefore, I told you the example of the ringmaster training a tiger. So you have to be ready. Your soul has to become like that trainer of your mind. But you can't train your mind yourself. Just not possible. How many of you feel many times defeated by your mind? You have experience, right? Therefore, we go to Gurukula. When you go and stay in the ashram of Guru, actually you should be willing to hand over your mind to Guru and tell him, please train my mind and give me. It's like giving the elephant to Guru and saying, train this elephant and give me back. Then, if you are agreeable to his instructions and the training is given for your mind, then your mind can become a well-behaved elephant. Like you saw the well-behaved elephant. That's why he's saying here, obedience is the first law of discipline. If there is no obedience, there cannot be any discipline. And if there is no discipline, you cannot manage anything. That's not possible. Now, what is the meaning of obedience? Don't you have any free will? For example, Guru says, wake up in the morning, come for the chanting, come for the Mangalarti, come for the class. Sometimes you feel that, hey, these people are taking attendance, they are chasing after me. So if you are too much irritated, then some of the boys who join our centers, they leave and go. They say, this is too much. That means they tried to discipline their mind, their elephant-like mind, but the mind refused to be trained. That sometimes you get a forest animal like a tiger or a lion, you tie it up with a rope, and the animal becomes angry with you. I don't want to be tied. So, on the face, he will give a slap and run into the jungle. Like that. So, therefore, some boys have left. But those who agreed to stick on to the training, it's little purification. You tolerate it, then you have a trained mind, like a trained elephant. One time, my spiritual master was giving an example. He said once when aloo was brought from the market, potato, it was very muddy, covered with mud. Then it was thrown in water, they washed it, then it was thrown in hot water, it was washed. Then they took a peeler, all sides they peeled the potato cover. Then they took the knife, cut, they cut it. And they put it in a frying pan with oil. It was fried. And then they threw chili powder on the top. They put salt on the top. Imagine if you are the potato, how painful it will be. And then he said potato became very nicely roasted, fried potato sabji. And salt and chili powder and urad dal and chunk and everything was put. Then it was kept in a vati, became offerable to Lord Krishna after that. So similarly, if you are ready for purification, then you can be offered to Krishna. And this is your last life. You'll go back to Godhead. And if you are not ready to train your elephant-like mind, that means you are saying that I will continue my madness in this lifetime. Let us see in future lifetime. Agar chance milega to dekhenge. Some people are not ready to train. Because we have to give up lusty activities. Like one boy was arguing with our leader. What's wrong if I have a girlfriend? I will talk to her twice a week, thrice a week, I will talk to her. We are anyway planning to marry. So our leader called me and said, Prabhu, he says that they both have decided to marry. So he is arguing, why can't he have the relationship? Then I called him on phone and told him, see, my dear friend, you guys want to marry, but you come from different castes. Your parents will not agree for your marriage. But what if they say no? No, we will convince them. No, you cannot convince. You try. Sometimes parents are very strict about caste. You belong to this caste, that caste, because they have to be answerable to relatives and all. Then I told him, if you are not ready to give up this connection, now you can marry her. I don't say you can't marry. But after marriage, you talk to her, not now. You can have a girlfriend when after the girlfriend becomes your wife, then she can be your friend. Not now, not before that. If you are going to stay in the student center and keep connection with the girl, you are doing illicit sex. It's unacceptable. Stay out. I don't say you can't come. You can visit us, attend weekly program. Whenever you want to come for morning, you come. But you can't stay inside. If you want to have a girlfriend, we can't allow this. Because now one boy starts and then other boys will say, अगर वो कर सकते हो तो हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते? And they also start. Everybody, one rotten apple will rot all the other apples. That means this fellow is not ready to control his mind. You understand, no? So, we have to follow the 4 regulative principles if you're going to stay in the center. So, this is what is obedience. Follow the 4 regs, chant the prescribed number of rounds, rise early in the morning. One boy was telling, "Prabhuji, मुझे प्रसाद बहुत अच्छा लगता है, मैं आपके सेंटर में ज्वाइन करूंगा, मॉर्निंग प्रोग्राम पूरा स्किप कर सकता हूँ क्या?" अच्छा, स्किप करोगे? कितने बजे उठोगे? मैं 7:30, 8 बजे उठूंगा, नहा धोकर प्रसाद खाकर चले जाऊंगा कॉलेज. Then I said, you are basically wanting to use this place as a youth hostel. Correct, no? Just stay in this room, just eat food and go. Sorry, we are not here for that. We are here, we are a spiritual movement. We want to train the elephant-like mind. We want to make a mad elephant into a trained elephant. You can see your senior boys all wearing dhoti kurta, your mentors. How many of you have observed? They are very disciplined and trained fellows. Correct? Yeah, it's not, Rome was not built in a day. It takes time. They have taken years, 3-4 years of practice. And you will see that during the purification time, lot of, to the degree you are not ready to be purified, lot of quarrel will, improper feelings will come in the mind, you will become offensive. Yesterday I was giving you the example of a naughty child who gets up in the morning, who doesn't want to take bath, correct, no? Crying with the nose, I told you. Similar, our mind is exactly like a naughty child. Therefore, we need obedience. See, if you have obedience to the superiors, if you are willingly following, then the purification is very easy. It happens very smoothly, it happens. You don't have to struggle. But if you are going to protest against purification, you are not ready for it, then to that degree, you are offering resistance, correct, no? To that the degree of resistance, you suffer also. Very simple example, you go to college, you attend all the classes, you have 90% attendance or 95% attendance. Hear the teacher well, make very nice notes, go back in the evening, read what teacher taught you, study the books, make some, review of everyday study in the night, meet the intelligent boys, discuss with them. Throughout the semester you are doing, and you crack the exam 9.5, 9.7 you get. There are boys like that, you've seen that? So they don't have any problem. Very smoothly their life goes. You've seen that? But there are boys, they will not study. Father is sending money, they will roam for movies, they will go here, they'll go there. 3 months, 4 months are gone, they have not opened the book. And college classroom, what is going on, they don't even know. Everything is going beyond the head. And when the exam comes, they will run here and there and xerox some notes from some friend. And they have no time to study, they fail in 4 or 5 papers. Sometimes they get year down. It's horrible. No? So then their career becomes very bad. One boy got 58% in engineering. But he was not getting job for 1.5 years. You know that? For 1.5 years, he struggled for a job. At last, he got a job which was paying very meager amount. 15,000, 20,000 they were giving per month. He was 58%. Everybody said, you don't even have a first class. How can we give you a job? He was not getting. So therefore I'm telling you, so if you are going to be careless with your studies, you struggle in your academics. Similarly, if you are careless in spiritual life, you don't learn this art of obedience, then our mind remains like a mad elephant. Neither it will make you happy, nor it will make others happy. You will see that. For this boy, his parents were also unhappy, and he also suffered a very poor career. You agree? But if you want a good career, you be a good student. Same with spiritual life also. If you want to go back to Godhead, we have to be willing to do the spiritual duties very faithfully. Read further.
Therefore, this is very essential that the student should be very disciplined. Discipline means one who follows discipline. This is discipline.
Disciple means, yeah.
Disciple means one who follows discipline. This is
See,
disciple
the word
Shishya.
discipline and disciple are connected. You are able to see, no? Yeah.
The Sanskrit word is also the same, Shishya. Shishya, it comes from verb sashan, ruling. So Shishya means one who voluntarily accepts the ruling of the spiritual master. He is called Shishya. Shishya, Sashan, Shastra, Shastra, Sashan. These things are the same from the same
Yeah.
root.
Shas dhatu. See, shas means control. Huh? Shastra means word. Shastra means sword. So you want a word or sword? For gentlemanly people, word shastras are there. And for those who are animalistic, shastra is there. Correct, no? So you want shastra or shastra? For human beings, shastra. For animals, shastra. Correct, no? And then shishya. For that, you have to become a shishya if you are agreeable to follow shastra. Because shishya only can learn shastra. Correct, no? Yeah.
Therefore, brahmachari means living under direction of Guru, Gurur Hitam. And Gurur Hitam, how can he be simply thinking of benefiting the spiritual master? Unless that position comes, nobody can serve Guru. It is not an artificial thing. The brahmachari, the disciple, must have genuine love for Guru. Then he can be under his control. Otherwise, why one should be under the control of another person?
This is a good point. See, obedience will be artificial if you don't have respect and love for a superior. Correct, no? See, this is a very big problem because some superiors are not very exemplary. Huh? They don't come for the morning program. They are themselves lazy. But sometimes the superior is also having some weakness for women. Huh? Sometimes the superior is also, watching some cinemas or hearing some Hollywood song, Bollywood songs. When the junior comes to know, in these things, even Lallu Bachchu also become very intelligent. They will know, hey, dekho, senior kya kar raha hai, dekho. Huh? And that is why bad seniors can spoil the juniors completely. But if senior is very exemplary and you are not following, then it is not his fault, then it's your fault. Correct, no? So we all want exemplary seniors, and we have to become exemplary seniors for people below us also. Clear, no? Then only, so one thing is to be exemplary, other things is to be compassionate, tolerant, patient. So Guru carefully tries to bring the disciple to the ultimate path, ultimate goal of life. So therefore, one should be, so how can we develop genuine love for Guru? By gratitude. Huh? See, in the Vedic times, the Guru will not take a single penny money. Other day we went in TOVP, I heard that some boys were demanded for some donation. I was very sorry to hear that. Huh? Actually, this type of, because they are building a temple here, seems that from all the yatriks they ask. When I went to the classes, my classes in IIT Bombay, my senior Devamrit Prabhu, he would never ask a single penny from us. Huh? One day I took 500 rupees and went and gave him. As soon as he gave him in his hand, he immediately gave it back to me. He said, sorry, I cannot take it. He said, I asked why. See, you are a non-earning member right now. How can you give your money? Your parents are sending you this money for your education. After you complete your studies, if you get a job and a portion of your money you want to give for Krishna service voluntarily, that's your money. If you give, I'll accept. But not now. Now, when you're not earning, we don't want any money from you. Like that, he said. Then I told him, Prabhu, I'm doing MTech. I'm getting some stipend. This I'm giving from my stipend. Like that, I said. Then he accepted after that. But he never asked us for a single penny. That is actually Brahmana. Brahmana means he will never fix any fee or salary. Brahmana doesn't accept salary. He only lives on charity. And charity also will not ask. If somebody sees his poverty and then gives him some rice or wheat or some vegetables, he will accept. He will not even ask also. When a Brahmana doesn't get anything to eat, 3-4 days he's fasting, drinking water, then he'll go to the market yard or somewhere where he will pick up the fallen grains on the commercial shops outside. From there he can pick up and he dust it and then he'll cook and eat. He will not actually ask at all. So therefore, the disciples had great love for the Guru, because Guru is not asking anything. He is giving so much knowledge. He is connecting me to Krishna. So they had a great gratitude. And with that love, they could practice obedience. Why would you obey somebody unless you love them? Like, for example, children obey the parents. Why? Because they want to please the parents. Correct, no? If I obey and study well and get good marks, mother will be happy, father will be happy. Yeah.
Therefore, it is said, Acharan Daswatam. Das means servant. Not only servant, but menial servant. Menial servant means just like the sweeper, cobbler, barber, washerman, etc. They are less than the domestic servant at home. They are Shudras and they are considered less than the Shudras. Pancham. So a disciple is expected to live in Gurukul at the shelter of Guru.
Actually, for educated boys, it is very difficult to adopt this type of humble mood of being like a sweeper or a cobbler or a barber or a washerman, because we develop pride by getting some degree, and we may think that I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a chartered accountant, I am a lawyer, you know, I am a elite class in society in terms of education. Tomorrow, my nowadays boys, one boy in Pune, one of our students, he got a placement for 64 lakhs per annum, in a college very close. It's not a IIT or NIT. He's getting 64 lakhs per annum now. So nowadays, boys are getting 1 CR per annum also. Boys are getting nowadays. 1 crore, 1.5 crore per annum in big companies and all, IT companies especially. So because they see so much money, then naturally it goes to their head. I am a great fellow. See what money I have and what comforts I have, what facilities I have. Once you join a IT company, you are going in limousine buses, you are in a AC room, you're flying in planes to different countries. Your language changes, you stand like this, you become very proud, you become, yeah, as if you conquered the whole world. And for them to become like a sweeper or cobbler or barber in Guru's lotus feet is not very easy. But here is a secret given. If one understands, Ma kuru dana jana yauvana garvam arakni mesha kala sarvam maya mayamidam akilam hitva brahmapadam tvam pravishavidetva bhaja govindam bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudamate bhaja govindam bhaja govindam govindam. So he's saying here, Ma kuru dana jana yauvana garvam. Hey, don't be proud of your dhanam, janam, and yauvanam. Don't be proud of your youth, don't be proud of your wealth, or don't be proud of your aristocratic relatives and friends. Why? Because we have seen sometimes a boy coming out of NIT college, immediately there is a NH road going on, correct, no? National highway, many places. There are boys who came in bike out of the college and they were knocked by a truck. One moment they were gone. Not one or two, many automobile accidents, you hear that. Somebody dies in an automobile accident. Somebody commits suicide. Somebody gets some corona or some disease and they die. Nowadays, even young boys get massive heart attacks. Do you know that? Gurukul was telling about one boy in JJ. He was a college topper. His friends called him for a dance, some DJ dance. He went for the while dancing, he died. He got a massive heart attack. He was in his 20s. So one should not be very proud. In one moment, the body can be taken away. Ma kuru dhana jana. Don't be proud of your wealth, aristocratic relatives, and your youth, he's saying. So then if I should not be proud, then what I should do? Guru charanam bhuja nirbhara bhakta samsaradachirat bhavamukta sendriyamanasa niyamadevam sendriyamanasa niyamadevam rakshasi nija hridayastam devam rakshase nija hridayastam devam bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudamate. He's saying Guru Charana Ambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha. One who becomes servant at the lotus feet of Guru, samsarat achirat bhava muktaha. Very easily he can cross over samsara, he is telling. This is a secret. If one becomes obedient to the instructions of Guru, and you all know what is to be done. You have heard camps for the last 1 year. Huh? You exactly know what is to be done. You just have to do it. That's all. That's called obedience. Huh? You obey the way knowledge is taught to you. By Lord Krishna through the medium of Shastra, through the Guru. Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Samsara Achirat Bhavamuktaha Sa Indriya Manasa Niyama Devam. Control your senses and the mind and withdraw it from the clutter of matter and obey the instructions of Guru using the senses and mind. Like one of you said that. Huh? And he says, Drakshasi Nijakritestam Devam. You will see Lord Krishna in your heart. He's telling. Huh? Very easily you can see Krishna. It's not very difficult, he's saying. You will attain Krishna very easily by obedience to Guru. He's saying. So in this way it goes on. Now let's go to the next verse. Yeah. Read this.
Modern day brahmacharis. So it is very difficult at the present moment to introduce all these principles because the days are different. If we become very strict, so then ordinarily they are not coming. There is no such strict principle, and we are constructing very nice palatial building with attached bathroom and everything complete. Still, people are not coming. This is very different days. This is different days. So it is very difficult to introduce the original way of brahmacharya.
See, Prabhupada will be so happy to see so many of you because in 1977 when he got to Vaikunthavas, at that time Indians were just beginning to become devotees. Because Prabhupada's disciples were mainly from America and Europe, London and all those places. So Prabhupada was lamenting that Indians are not understanding this movement and they are simply chasing after the West, going to America for dollar notes. So Indians were trickling, slowly coming. Now in India alone, there are 10,000 boys chanting 16 rounds. And there are 750 youth preachers. You know that? There are 750 youth preachers who are giving lectures in colleges in India. And there are 10,000 boys chanting 16 rounds in India now. Prabhupada will be so happy to see this. So Prabhupada's guru told that we should make very nice concrete buildings with attached bathroom latrines. So just as colleges have very good facility, correct now? They have hostels, they have laboratories, they have big classrooms. Like I was in this Texas A&M college, and University of Texas also, Texas A&M also. Went to Rice University also. So in all these universities, if you go, thousands of books they have in their library. So many table chairs for reading, AC rooms, everything AC. Huge labs with all equipments and posh classrooms with all the projector attached and everything ready-made. And such lavish facilities, playgrounds. And like IIT, for example, in India, one IIT has 600 acres. Now we want to teach Krishna consciousness. Now, if you want facility, to create a facility, many times you have to buy one projector, devotees have to think, how much is the cost of one projector? Correct, no? To buy a projector, to take the boys in a bus to some place. So you will find that, this is the world of Maya, it is Devidam. Therefore, in Devidam, there's materialistic facilities for the materialistic jivas, so much. But we are trying to do a spiritual program in the Devidam. It is like an Indian soldier going to Pakistan. It's like that, correct, no? So, why I was telling you this, despite the religionist people in India just sitting and doing their own bhajan, everybody apne hi maje mein hai. Any Indian sadhus, that's Krishna Nama Govinda, go back to Godhead. They were here, and in the Western world, scientists were all inventing all kinds of gadgets and everything. There's a big gap between the two, between religionists and scientists. But Prabhupada bridged that gap. Prabhupada went to America and preached and brought many educated people. Today, ISKCON has such facilities, you will see. Look, you all are staying in the ashram and you can see the kind of bathroom, latrine facilities. Here also we have 700 acres here in Mayapur now. So, in this way, many temples. In Pune, there is a 6-acre land temple. Between Pune and Bombay, there is a Kargar temple coming up. Big temple is coming. Ahmedabad, you will see big temple. Juhu, you will see a very big temple. Chowpatty, Thane, there is a temple coming up in Bombay. Vizag, big temple is coming. In Hyderabad, you have ISKCON Abids, Vijayawada. You go to many places, you will see. Delhi, there is a Glory of India, huge temple. Delhi alone, there are 20 temples. Now, In ISKCON worldwide, we have close to 900 temples, 900 temples now. So Prabhupada said, create good facility. Just as boys go to college and study mundane subjects, let them come here and study spiritual subject. Because mundane subject will fetch them a degree to fill up their belly. But spiritual degree will take them back home, back to Godhead. That's Prabhupada's goal. So Prabhupada said, we are creating good facilities, still fellows are not coming, he's saying. Sushilomita bhukdakshaha Shraddhadano jitendriyaha Yavadartam javaharet Streshu srinirjiteshu cha.
Brahmachari should be quite well behaved and gentle in nature. He should not eat or collect more than necessary. He must always be active and expert, fully believing in the instructions of the spiritual master and the Shastra. In this way, fully control over the senses, behave with women as much as necessary, as well as persons who are controlled by women should be associated with only as much as necessary.
Read that.
The first thing is Sushil, very well behaved, gentle. Shila means behavior and Shu means very good. Atyahar, eating more than necessary, is condemned everywhere. Spiritual life means reducing eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That is spiritual life. Nidrahara vihara
Kadi
kadi vijitao. So, mita bhuk, we shall be very, very cautious about eating.
Yeah. So, good behavior means what? A boy who is trained in spiritual culture, he speaks politely, he is grateful, he is humble, he is patient, he is tolerant. Like, for example, you consider others' needs first. So, for example, you are going to the prasadam hall, prasadam is getting over. There is only 4 chapatis, and one more boy is coming. What you will do? You will take 2 and give him 2. Oh, please, you take 2. He may say, Prabhuji, you came first, you take all. No, I won't take all. You take 2, I take. So you think about others also, other people's need. Similarly, if you have to correct somebody, you correct them very politely, without hurting. You speak very politely. Like, when I am walking, some boys go in front of me and push the people and say, hey, Radheshyam Prabhu aa rahe hain. And they turn around and say, okay, some big Sadhu Baba is coming and everybody is being pushed. I said, that way, it's not very good behavior. I told her, no need to push the people. I can go in the side. Not good. Because you may be having respect for me, but you are not showing respect for others. That is also important. You have to show. So, good behavior with equal friends, juniors, seniors. You will all learn more and more about this when you come to the voice centers, student centers. You will see. This is a very big science. It is proper speech, proper behavior, how to speak, how not to speak, how to deal. And atyahara, what happens when you eat more? Anybody? You feel sleepy. You feel tired. Because what happens? Stomach is too much, heavy. You feel very tired. So when you are tired, what happens? You lose time. 1 hour, 2 hours you sleep in the day, then you lose time. Not only that, in the daytime when you sleep, eyes become bloodshot, body becomes fat, and you become little disoriented. The focus is lost. And many of the items you planned for the day don't happen. Night you don't get sleep because daytime you slept. Many problems. So ideally speaking, I tell even brahmacharis, don't sleep in the day at all. Sleep at night 6 hours continuously, and daytime don't sleep at all. But in case night sleep got reduced by 1 hour, say instead of 6 hours you slept only 5 hours, then daytime, afternoon you can take some rest, little bit rest you can take. But actually sleeping too much in day, that spoils your whole focus. See, this fellow how he's eating. Read it.
Eat proper quantity. Don't overeat. Fill stomach with food 50%, water 25%, air 25%.
This is the right proportion according to Ayurveda. Yeah.
Sleeping. Regulate your sleeping. 6 to 7 hours sleep is good enough. 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. is equal to 6 hours. 12 to 3 a.m. is 3 hours, and 3 to 6 a.m. is 1.5 hours. Early to bed and early to rise makes one healthy, wealthy, and wise.
So how many of you in Surati camp attended Brahma Muhurta lectures and you saw that 3-4 minutes video on why Tim Cock and all those fellows get up early in the morning? the billionaires across the globe wake up early in the morning. Only few have seen. Many have seen. Okay. So we have to sleep earliest by what time? Latest by what time you have to sleep?
9 p.m.
10. Before 10 you have to be in the bed, because after 10, see, daytime your external body is active, and when you lie down your internal body is active. Pitta and all start secreting from 10 o'clock. So 9:45 is ideal time. 9:30, 9:45 you sleep. Then 10 onwards the reaction starts. So 10 to 4 is a very good time. Or 9 to 3. Whatever time you go, put alarm clock 6 hours later. That's good enough. In case some of you feel tired, you can sleep half an hour more. 7 hours you can take.
Daksha.
Anyway, it's a very big topic, Daksha. I'll tell you briefly. Raghunath Das example Prabhupada is giving. A devotee should also be expert, Prabhupada is saying. A devotee should be expert also, Daksha. What is the meaning of expert? Just because Prabhupada is saying, read the underlined one.
Not that because he has become Krishna conscious and Vaishnava, he is unable to do anything of this material world. No. One who is Krishna conscious, he is conscious of everything and he knows how to deal with them.
One time Prabhupada in Mayapur here was walking in the field with some Western disciples. So one man was carrying bendi in a basket for selling. Prabhupada said, come here. Brought the bendi. And Prabhupada took the bendi like that, he broke it. And it was crispy, small bendis, brittle. And the Western disciples were shocked. How Swamiji is taking a commodity and breaking it. In America, they will never allow you to touch anything. And once you touch it, you have to buy it. Prabhupada tried it. And then he asked how much. So he was selling 1 kilo, some 20 rupees he was selling. Prabhupada said, can you give me 1 kilo and 5 rupees? He asked. Western disciples were shocked. Where is 20 rupees? Where is 5 rupees? In America, they were used to fixed price. And then that fellow said 15, Prabhupada said 5, and then they pulled back and forth and brought it to 10 rupees. Then Prabhupada took the whole basket from him. So after that fellow went, Prabhupada said, see, if you are in India, you should learn to bargain. Very nicely. Negotiation. How to negotiate, how to bargain, you should know. And also, Prabhupada said, you have to be expert. Just because you're a Hare Krishna devotee doesn't mean you should be foolish. One day, our Pune devotees were driving a sumo. And it was a crossroad like this. Sumo came like this, one auto came like this fellow hit the auto. Auto toppled. And that driver fell off from the auto. And the driver happened to be a Muslim. He was having a topi and a long beard. And he fell, and many people came and lifted him up. Our devotees also stopped the sumo. They lifted him up. Nothing happened, fortunately. Only his auto got a dent when it hit. Then devotee said, we are very sorry. They rested, and a lot of crowd came around. So that fellow demanded 10,000 rupees because the dent came in the auto. So one of the devotees in the sumo said, Prabhuji, jo bhi pucha aap maang raha, jo bhi de do. He was a little afraid. He's Muslim also, we should not fight. He said they had money, they were taking to market for buying something. So they were about to give it to that person. Other devotee was saying, no, we should not give so much for the small, this thing then. So they told him, no, itna nahi ho sakta hai. They started bargaining with him. Now he was all right, so they were bargaining with him. And that fellow said, at least 8,000 you have to give, he was telling. He was not going below 8,000. No, for the loss. Then they called me. I told them, you tell him that we will repair your auto and give you. We have our own garage. But they were telling me that, Prabhuji, we don't have a garage. They said, no, we have, I told them. You tell him like that, I said. So they told him, Hamara garage hum repair karke de. He said, theek hai. Hamara garage kya hai? Wherever we repair our car, that's our garage. We took it. The whole thing got over in 1,500 rupees, that's all. We made it and we gave a nice prasadam box to him and told Tata bye-bye. Why I am saying this? Unless you are a thinking devotee, you will lose money of Krishna unnecessarily. Daksha means at the spur of the moment, we have to know how to act at that time. Yeah, read it. Shraddha faithful.
Shraddha faithful. Faithful to whom? To the spiritual master. Whatever he says, the brahmachari should take it as, yes, it is my life and soul.
Read the underlined portion.
I am not interested for my salvation or going back to Godhead. I am not interested. Interested means it may come, it may not come. That I don't mind, but I am interested only with the words of my Guru. V- VCT
VCT is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Yeah.
said, that is my life. Whether I will be successful or not successful, it doesn't matter. I must take the words of my Guru Maharaj as my life and soul. Actually, that is the secret of success.
Srila Prabhupada did that. His Guru gave him two instructions. If you ever get money, print books. Another instruction, you are a young and intelligent English speaking boy. Why don't you preach this message to the people of the West? So for preaching to message people of West, he started ISKCON. And to print books, he started BBD. Two instructions he fulfilled in a powerful way. Correct, no? So we have to take Guru's instruction as for word very seriously. And Shraddha with great faith we should take it. If you are inattentive in hearing instruction, then you don't benefit much. Because when his Guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, was in Radhakund, Bank of Radhakund, at that time he was little unhappy for one reason. He said, one of my disciples has given all his life savings in building a temple in Bagh Bazaar in Calcutta. And very beautiful big temple. But once the temple and accommodations came, some brahmacharis became attached to some room. They said, I want this bigger room for myself. I want the Ganga facing room and all that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur felt very unhappy. He said, Arey, in the previous matha, we had a small temple and only one dormitory, all of you are living. Now we have separate rooms now. We are becoming attached rooms and not going out and distributing books. I wish that all this marble is removed and sold out. We print books and distribute it in the market. Like that his Guru said. Therefore he said there is fire in the matha. At that time, there were 5-6 disciples around Guru, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He looked at them and said, just see, we don't want opulence of the big temples. If you ever get money, print books. Not only our Prabhupada heard it, 6 more people heard. But none of them took it as life instruction. But our Prabhupada took it. Correct, no? So if a people is very intelligent, he will know what the Guru wants me to do. If you take that instruction as life and soul, you make tremendous progress. Actually, my spiritual master gave me 6 instructions when I was in my, in my early days, 1995, when he sent me to Pune. I'll just share that with you just a minute. Yeah, here. This is the letter. It is dated December 5, 1995. So he wrote this. He said, I'm very happy to receive your kind letter, because I wrote a letter to him saying that I have started youth preaching, it's booming now. And then he said, due to your great enthusiasm to surrender to the order of your spiritual master to develop college preaching, Krishna is empowering you with transcendental intelligence. He said, I am very excited to hear about your dynamic plans to develop the Bhaktivedanta youth services. That's how he called it in the beginning days in Pune. Then he says here, you see, we want to attract as many young people in the colleges as possible to participate in Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement. I read that. Be very attentive.
Be very attentive to educate each student very systematically in the study of Srila Prabhupada's books. Preach in such a way to disciple that doubts dispel their doubts and inspire them to accept the path of bhakti as their life and soul. With great compassion, become their friend and guide. Train them with great care to follow the principles of proper Vaishnava behavior. By your words and examples, gradually induce them to practice their sadhana very strictly and attentively. Encourage them to remain in the college and be exemplary students, both spiritually as well as academically, as far as possible. Srila Prabhupada encouraged all of us with great emphasis to develop the preaching in the colleges and universities. I believe that this service is so utterly essential for the future of our movement and for the spiritual upliftment of all humanity. I take the dust of the feet of all of you devotees who are preaching in the colleges. I pray that you develop this service with your life and soul. I pray that Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Ji may shower their infinite blessings upon your auspicious endeavor. I hope that this letter meets you in the best of health.
Yeah, like this wrote to me. And then these are the instructions in that letter. See, 6 instructions are there. You see, read it.
Be very attentive to educate each student very systematically in the study of Srila Prabhupada book.
Correct.
Preach in such a way to dispel their doubts and inspire them to accept the path of bhakti as their life and soul.
Which means not only we should give the knowledge to the youths, but we should dispel their doubts. Therefore, we have faith and doubt sessions. Correct, no? And for reading Prabhupada book systematically, our student center has Prabhupada book reading program. How many of you know that? Group reading, correct? Yeah, group reading. Beginning with small books, medium books, bigger books, correct? We have groups reading. So we complete all the Prabhupada books gradually. Huh? Yeah.
With great compassion, become their friend and guide. Train them with great care.
And how do you become the friend and guide? We have a mentor system. Correct, no? Mentor. Initially, you get a frontliner coming to your hostel. Then you get a mentor. Then you get a caretaker. Then you get a counselor. So all this is care system. Huh? To get a philosopher, friend and guide. Yeah.
Train them with great care to follow the principles of proper Vaishnava behavior.
Along with Siddhanta, we have BMML, we call it, Vaishnava Mode Mission Lifestyle Training Program. Now, from the third semester, it will start. After the Utkarsh program, we have training program on proper Vaishnava behavior. Many courses are there on that. Yes.
By your words and examples, gradually induce them to practice their sadhana very strictly and attentively.
We are very strict about morning program, correct? So, I am supposed to do that, and I am also supposed to institute that everybody will do that also, correct? No? Yeah.
Encourage them to remain in the college and be exemplary.
Should we encourage them to remain in the college or shave them up in second year only? Is it proper? Like sometimes we find some of the Ritvik temples, because of they want devotees. In the first year, the boys become devotees. Second year, they shave up and join, and it creates a disturbance everywhere for everybody. College also is disturbed, parents are disturbed, the boy's study is disturbed, everything. Therefore, he's saying that a boy should complete his studies, go for job, 3, 4, 5 years he will work. And by the time he is very mature, he's about 25 years of age, 25, 26. Then he decides what he wants to do in life. If he wants to marry, he will marry. If he wants to dedicate his life as brahmachari, he will do that. Encourage them to remain in their college, he says. Yeah.
And be exemplary students both spiritually as well as academically.
This is why I emphasize academic studies also, correct, no? Ma manusmara yudhyacha. 50% weightage to spirituality, correct, no? 50% weightage to study, academics. Yeah.
Skills, techniques, and dynamic plans. Due to your great enthusiasm to surrender to the order of your spiritual master to develop college preaching, Krishna is empowering
you with transcendental intelligence. I am excited, which means he wants me to use what intelligence? Not ordinary mundane intelligence. So how do we get transcendental intelligence? By getting it in Guru Parampara. We have to get it. And make dynamic plans, he says. Don't make ordinary plans. So now I divided them like this. I took the instructions. Siddhanta, the first 2 instructions. See, Sambandha, the third one. And Sadachar, you see the 4th one. And then Sadhana, that is the 5th one. And Swadharma, 6th one. Correct, no? So, if these things are taught, then youth preaching will just boom. So, then it is possible. Correct, no? So, why I am showing you this, we have to take the words of Guru word for word and implement it. If you implement it, then everything will come out very well. Yeah. I think this fellow is in ecstasy. Okay. So, Shraddha he says. Okay. Jitendriya?
self-control. That is the brahmachari. He is not agitated by the senses. The whole practice is to control the senses.
Actually, yogi means one who controls his senses. That's the meaning of yogi. Brahmachari should keep his mind and senses calm, cool, collected. Not allow them to agitate and create trouble. Yeah.
That is Vedic civilization. Everyone in this material world is controlled by the senses. That is material world. This straight line, tongue, belly, and the genitals.
3. Tongue, belly, genitals. 3 in one line. So if your eating is moderate, sattvic ahar you eat, then you see that senses become controllable. Then belly is peaceful and then genitals are not agitated. Otherwise, the one is a glutton, overeater. Then the belly and genitals get agitated.
Therefore, one should control the tongue first. That is spiritual life, beginning controlling the tongue.
There are 2 things in tongue, eating and speaking. So eat prasad and chant holy name and glorify the Lord. That is, see, tongue belly. That's what he is saying. Huh? Tongue belly, and to control them, prasad should be eaten moderately. Yeah, read this.
Avoiding women. Senses should not be used extravagantly. The modern civilization is that if you can use your senses more and more, then you are civilized, then you are enjoyer. So Vedic civilization is different. Their aim is different. The whole scheme is controlling the senses, especially sex. Because if we become too much addicted to sex life, then our life is spoiled. Therefore, next line it is said,
Yavadartam vyavahare strishu.
with women, you should be very, very cautious and careful as much as required, not free mingling. No. Therefore, according to
Actually,
Vedic
according to Shastra, just as you will be afraid of a cobra. Imagine you're walking on the road, a cobra is crossing, black cobra. It's like that. What will you do? Will you pick it up and put around your neck? Like Lord Shiva? Can you do that? No, you will run away. So only woman should be seen like that in the beginning stage. Then after you become more advanced in spiritual life, you should see them as a mother, Mataji, you call them. Hare Krishna Mataji, please, the service they want to give you may talk to them. And after that, you come to a stage where you see there is Atma in the body of man, woman, animal, everybody like that. Then that is the third level. So therefore, he's saying we should be very, very cautious and careful dealing with them. Yes.
Therefore, according to Vedic civilization, there is always a separation between women and men. Here in India, we find that whenever there is some meeting, the women are sitting separately, men are sitting separately. This is required.
In temple hall also you saw, for Tulsi Arati, Panchatattva hall they go to. And men are here, correct, no? Yeah.
Not only that, you cannot talk even with women unnecessarily, even with your wife.
Even with your wife, he's saying. In the Vedic times, why he is saying with your wife, I'll tell you, Andarvadi, Baharvadi was there. Andarvadi, all women will be there. And Baharvadi, all men will be there. And Baharvadi, all four brothers will stay. And inside all the four brothers' wife will stay inside. Women have a very talkative nature. Lo, 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 they'll be talking. So they will talk to each other and they won't disturb the man. And man can do his work peacefully in the daytime. And night is the only time when a man and his wife are allowed to go and stay together. So there was a lot of attraction to each other because of that. But now what has happened now, nuclear family, the IT man goes to office, comes back, wife comes back, they are very easily available to each other. And because they have sex during the daytime also, night also, day also, then no more respect or attraction for the opposite sex. Because you get fed up with that after some time. Then they become angry with each other, they quarrel. Kamat, krodho bijayate. But in the Vedic time, when you make little separation, the fondness and attraction is also more. You understand what I'm saying? How many of you understood what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the reason, even with the wife also, they were not allowed to freely mix anytime. And in the daytime, if they have sex, they will get ghost as their child. How many of you know that? You heard that, right, no? Because Lord Shiva traveling in the evening time, a man, woman are uniting, he will throw one ghost into their womb. And that's why the parents get sometimes very dangerous children. Correct.
This
Like
is restriction.
Hiranyakashipu. That's how they were born. Yes.
This is restriction. Therefore, it is said, Yavad artham vyavahare. As much as it is required. Don't talk unnecessarily. That is very dangerous. Dangerous means in spiritual life. And in our childhood, we have seen in Calcutta that those who are aristocratic families, there are two sections of the house, male section and female section. During daytime, even the husband cannot meet wife. That is their restriction, even the husband.
So this is about avoiding woman. So these are qualities of a good student. You see, you begin with the top one, self-control, and then go clockwise.
Self-controlled, obedient and respectful to teachers, sense of responsibility towards society and taking initiative, service attitude and service contribution, honesty, humility, not being naughty, doing one thing in front and another thing in the back, avoiding useless talks.
Yeah. So already self-control, many things is told you now. Obedience also I spoke to you. And having a sense of responsibility, not only to yourself, for your own academics, but think about cows, how they are suffering. Think about the other students who are committing suicide. Feel some sense of pinch of some responsibility to social situation also. And also have a seva bhav. service attitude and offer some services. Actually, we have to cultivate 4 values: personal values, interpersonal values, social values, spiritual values. Personal values means be truthful, honest, straightforward, simple, tolerant, patient, like that. That is personal value. Interpersonal values means in dealing with others. How do you deal interpersonally? And then social values means, as I told you, worry about the cows, worry about your country, where you're living, worry about the environment, social. And spiritual value means in relation to God. Yeah, honesty, humility. Go from top like this clockwise. Yeah.
Obedience. All of you must submit the Bhakti Shastri open book test tomorrow. Let us relax, Prabhu. We can always copy it from the Gopal Prabhu. No, our teachers has asked us to submit based on our effort. Let us do it. Respect for teacher. Obedience. Student become regulated and sense controlled.
Correct, na? See, many boys who copy the assignments, in South India, they joke that one fellow made a assignment in a file, other fellow was copying it. So the first fellow, while closing that file, one monkey got stuck inside, one monkey, like this. So this fellow saw the monkey and he also caught one monkey and hit and put it here. They said, that much he copied everything. So this kind of copying, what do they use? You will never learn anything in life by copying like that. But if you're respectful to teacher, then you obey. You will not cheat the teacher. Then you become regulated in sense control. You see, this is one type of sense control.
Sense control. Sense enjoyment. Temporary pleasure.
See, I went for one seminar in a college. Some 500 students were there. And feedback we had asked. Some feedbacks were exactly same. One fellow has written 3-4 sentences. Other fellows have exactly copied it from their friend. That means copying habit comes everywhere. Feedback means you are supposed to give your feedback, not copying from somebody. Yeah.
Sense enjoyment. Temporary pleasure. Sense of enjoyment. Frustration and loss of concentration.
Yeah. See, how many of you want sharp focus? Correct, no? For that you need sense control. If you do sense gratification, you lose your concentration. You get disoriented.
Austerities. To serve Guru's order, rise early, chant here, and sense control, avoiding temptations and serve Lord. Seriousness towards education and divine everlasting bliss.
See, you get both. You become perfect in academics, perfect in spiritual life. If you perform the austerities and sense control. Yeah. Sense control means avoiding temptations. See, this fellow, the cartoon you are seeing, there are 2 fellows. One is a serious fellow, one is a laughing fellow. The laughing fellow is going and telling, Prabhuji, और 2 gulab jamun mil sakta hai kya? He's asking. And that Prabhuji is saying, hey, it's limited. सबको 2-2 देते हैं. मिल गया ना तुमको? अरे सुनिए, मिल गया प्रभुजी. फिर भी मैंने सोचा सब भक्तों का प्रसाद हो गया, कुछ बचा तो दे दीजिए. So in this way, we have to get a sorry figure if we are not controlled in senses. Correct, no?
Regulation and discipline. One should be regulated in eating, sleeping, and recreation habits. Regulation, punctuality, and discipline in all activities help maintain focus in education.
See, focus comes from 3 qualities: regulation, punctuality, discipline. You get sharp focus. Discipline means you are controlled in mind and senses, and punctuality means on time, and you are regulated in all habits. Eating moderately, sleeping moderately. Yeah.
Avoiding useless talk and speaking something constructive. Instead of complaining about
Read the right side one, now the Kali Yuga.
Now that Kali Yuga has come, practicing Krishna consciousness in this day and age seems to be difficult. Also within ISKCON, so many people are doing politics. Others are falling down.
GBC is bad.
GBC is bad. TPs are bad. Everyone is bad. Chanting japa is also difficult due to Kali Yuga's forces. Instead of complaining about the situation, we can find out what good we can do to make things better.
Correct, no? If you find problem with something, sort it out, set it right, rather than just blaming it. Yeah.
Talking unnecessarily leads to wastage of time and agitation of the mind.
So don't talk unnecessary like negative things. Don't waste your time and agitate your mind, because tongue and mind are connected. Whatever you speak about, mind gets filled up with those thoughts.
Speech should be used only for the higher purpose of purification.
Yeah,
Feeling responsible towards society.
yeah.
Poor mother cow is eating garbage these days. Is there something I can do? What is special in today's festival feast? If there is no paneer sabji, our life is a waste. But last 3 weeks we have not got out for bus party book distribution, Prabhuji. Although bus is filled with books and waiting for us. Knowledge should be used for all around welfare for the society.
And don't think about your own belly. Think about others in society also. Yeah.
Gratitude. Thanks to my training that I have been saved from such bad habits. I should be grateful that I have received so many facilities from God. Being grateful is the foundation for developing all good qualities. True knowledge resides only in a grateful heart.
See, when you look at two boys drinking or smoking, you should immediately become grateful for the training you are receiving. Correct, na? You are saved from so many bad habits. And be grateful for what you because gratitude is a source of all good qualities.
Inquisitiveness to know the purpose of life. Many times I wonder what will make the people happy. Even rich, educated, and famous people are not happy. I think that there should be some purpose of life, just like we have well defined purpose and aim of experiment in science. Only by knowing the purpose of life can one lead a meaningful and happy life.
Yeah. Shastras give very clear-cut purpose of life. Yeah. True education.
True education is meant to impart an understanding about the purpose of life.
Yeah. So otherwise life is meaningless. So in this way, these are all qualities of ideal student, you see. This is summary.
Practical action plan, good regulations and discipline. Rise early in the morning for Srila Prabhupada book reading or chanting. Sense gratification, temporarily titillation, frustration, loss of concentration, regulation in eating, sleeping, and
See,
recreation.
this is what sense gratification does. It temporarily titillates you, but leads to frustration and loss of concentration, loss of focus. Yeah.
Calm mind, focus, concentration. Unnecessary gossip, time waste, agitation of mind. Choose recreation wisely, avoid gossip and wasteful acts, save time and energy. Good association, attitudes and qualities, respect, obedience, regulation plus punctuality plus discipline, sense control, and happiness.
See, many things are given here in summary here, but to avoid sense gratification, the solution is regulation. In like we like to eat, we like to sleep. Okay, eat moderately, sleep moderately, and recreation, whatever is harmless recreation that is healthy for you. Like for example, swimming or playing kabaddi, or doing yoga asanas or surya namaskar, and those are recreation. And if somebody want to play games, it should be moderate. You want to play cricket or football, it should be moderate. Not that morning 10 to evening 6 you're playing cricket. Isn't it? Yeah. So everything comes by good association. All these good attitudes and qualities comes. See, 3 A's you can remember. Please all of you repeat. Association, activity, attitude. So if you have good association, you do good activities. If you do good activities, your good attitude develops. If you have bad association, you do bad activities. From bad activities, and all bad attitudes develop. So these things are already covered before. This is like a summary kind of thing I have given. Okay, now, till now, the session I was taking is over now. Now what I am going to show you now is, yeah, okay. From here onwards, I am going to show you a cross section of a voice center. How a typical student center looks like and what all happens there. You are going to get a clear-cut idea. And then after you complete this camp, when you go back, if you wish to join one of our youth centers, you are most welcome. All over India, we have more than 100 centers. Can you read it? Today's
youth leaders of tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada wanted young men to learn Krishna conscious philosophy and practice and dedicate their lives to taking up leadership within ISKCON. Such young leaders are energetic, hardworking, brilliant, full of enthusiasm with a long life ahead to do wonders for Srila Prabhupada's mission. If youth preachers can set a powerful spiritual example, we can get these youths to dedicate their lives for preaching and propagating Krishna consciousness throughout the world.
Like yesterday, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj said, you don't have to be necessarily brahmachari to be dedicated, correct, no? You can be working in city, you can be in IT company. Still there are people, there is one IT fellow in Hyderabad, His name is Gachibowli. His name is Leelananda Prabhu. He has made a congregation of 200 people, devotees. Huh? He's an IT fellow himself. Huh? So, but you should not just take a job, fill up your belly. Me, my wife, my children, हमारा छोटा घर, हमारा एक car. बस खाओ पियो सो जाओ. Don't live a life like that. Do something for the world. How many of you feel you want to do something for the world? So that is the point. Huh? Then you are a real leader in the world. Yeah.
Japa, the foundation of spiritual life. When youth stand Japa early morning regularly, they cleanse their hearts, develop all good qualities, become regulated in lifestyle, show more enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness, become steady in association, easily give up all bad habits, desire to join Sangha of devotees to live with them, and become fond of Krishna. One can see a visible positive change in their personality after taking to chanting Hare Krishna regularly. Learning to perform puja. Learning to offer puja for the Supreme Lord with dhoop, deep, conch water, kerchief, flower, chamar, etc. teaches the youth to offer all five elements as well as body, mind, words, senses, and our whole existence to Supreme Lord. Youths learn to concentrate and absorb their mind in spiritual absorption and thus purify their minds easily by such puja. Strengthening intelligence through Shastra. Modern education is very shallow as it does not teach anything beyond filling belly. Vedic wisdom teaches us the ultimate goal of life along with a lifestyle that will help us to live our lives peacefully in this world while letting others live out their lives peacefully. If we don't provide youths with Vedic wisdom in a convincing way, they'll read materialistic novels and contaminate themselves.
Yeah, there is a Kakajan, there is Hansajan. Hansajan reads spiritual literature. Kakajan reads all mundane literature which are centered around sex life and money making, sense gratification, cinema magazines and things like that.
Bring out the child in you. Dancing in Hare Krishna Kirtans with fellow devotees bring the innocent child out of us and helps us put aside our false ego, refresh our mind and heart, and dissolve any pockets of stress from minor clashes that might have arisen between devotees during other times.
Any Kanpur devotees here from Kanpur? Yeah, this is Kanpur president dancing in the middle. It's Premaranam Prabhu. Yeah.
Awakening by hearing. Hearing regular classes in the association of like-minded devotees from senior and sincerely practicing brahmacharis help youths to awaken their Krishna consciousness by purifying their hearts of the lower nature.
Yeah, we have panels like this.
Group presentations in front of other youths gives everyone a chance to express their Krishna consciousness and also understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness nicely. Without this, hearing all the time is boring for youths and preachers get to know the hidden potentials in their youth.
See, they are giving presentations, correct, no? You all did that in Sankalp, Spurti, and you have done for the Utkarsh, you have done the drawing, correct, no? Drawing presentations.
Realization sessions. When senior devotees reveal their heart by pouring out their real life realizations on how they became serious in Krishna consciousness or how they tackle difficulties in their Krishna conscious life, the younger ones can get deep spiritual inspiring impressions for personal application in their Krishna consciousness. Service is fun. Seva opportunities like the ones in kitchen, though may involve hard work and sweating, are great fun for devotees youths. As the saying goes, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Similarly, all day hearing and no seva makes youth dull and bored. If such seva is added, it is fun and divine.
See, this is Mukundilla Prabhu, huh? From IIT Kadakpur, that day he spoke, huh? Mukundilla Prabhu. So they are rolling chapatis. Huh? The beauty of our center, you learn cooking, cleaning, washing, gardening, going to market, buying grocery. You also, learn to worship the Lord in the altar. These are all practical activities. Then devotional qualities also you learn. Leadership qualities you learn. Many things, varieties of things you learn. See, this
Practical
is,
life
how many
skills.
Calcutta? This is Prem Swarup Prabhu. You know that? Calcutta devotees are here. Anybody? Yeah, this is Mukundila Prabhu. IIT. Yeah. Yes.
Practical life skills. Depicting real life skills that we encounter in our everyday life help us laugh at our own mistakes and lack of right etiquettes, and to learn the right conduct by watching such skits. Both actors and audience benefit from the Vaishnava Sadachar aspects inbuilt in the skit and imperceptibly learned by all. Simplicity. Youths learn to eat even on a roadside, wear simple dhoti kurta, eat simple khichdi, and control mind and senses to use them in Krishna service. Give them such opportunities through outdoor camps.
You see, this is what is making our voice training different from, like, actually many of the colleges and companies are increasing our false pride. Huh? Whereas we teach youths to become very simple, wear simple dhoti kurta, chant, dance, eat simple prasad. They can even, many of these fellows are from premier colleges, institutes. They can sit on a road and eat like that.
March for global peace and bliss. Such outdoor harinams following in footsteps of Lord Chaitanya, taking out devotees and Srila Prabhupada forming Park Kirtan, reaching out holy name to trees, aquatics, birds, and all other can help youth cultivate compassion towards all creatures and bestow holy name mercy on them.
All the fishes in the ocean will be hearing Harinam now. Yeah.
Boating Harinam. New youths have very little attention span in lectures. When they get to enjoy the fun of boating, they don't mind taking part in singing holy names even for 1 hour. Good preacher means to feed the medicine of holy name in a relishable way, especially for newcomers to Krishna consciousness.
This is, I think, IIT Varanasi. We went on a boating in those days, ITBHU. Varanasi, we had a camp many years ago we had. So we went on a boating Harinam. So actually, we try to arrange camps in places where we have a river or a lake or a mountain or a natural scenic place so that you feel close to nature.
Assisting Radharani. Srila Prabhupada called our movement as kitchen movement because the prasadam, mercy of the Lord, has brought innumerable souls to Krishna consciousness. Also, kitchen is presided by Srimati Radharani, who offers service to all devotees who wish to assist her in cooking for Krishna. Let our youths learn cooking for Krishna as Srila Prabhupada cooked for hippies and started this glorious movement.
How many of you know rolling chapatis like this? Oh, really? My Lord! Almost 80% of them know rolling. Very good.
Cleaning hearts. Maha cleaning cleans our hearts when we clean up Krishna's property for his pleasure. Youth love to work hard, clean up by working together as a team. And Lord Chaitanya himself took part in cleaning up the Godicha Mandir along with his associates.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did that. Gundicha cleaning. Yeah.
Teamwork. Working together as a team helps bring the hearts of devotees together,
They
causing
look
the
like posing for the camera. Huh? Yes.
development of emotional bonds and loving relationships between devotees. Such services performed for pleasure of the Lord brings great pleasure to the hearts of devotees too. Intellectual youths without such service remain stuck in platform of speculation.
Instead of simply remaining a speculator, they do practical service. They are not armchair speculators. Huh? They are willing to extend themselves into practical service.
Empowering them. When the teacher can sit back and watch the youth put out dramas, presentations, debates, public speeches, or elocution, etc., the youths become very motivated, inspired, and willing to be trained. Also, involving them makes them take the subject matter seriously as well as to prepare for their presentation.
Since 1995, I started one test called as public speaking test. Almost all our preachers have gone through that. So it's a 10 criteria system. It's a 10-pointer system. Based on that, we give the marks. Anybody who crosses 75% in that distinction, we call it, they are only sent for device preachers. So later on, now, I am not personally doing that, but many other preachers are doing that. That evaluation system is very good. So I have been evaluating, immediately I started, 1995 when my preaching started, 96 onwards I started that. So
Gratitude makes them great souls. When youths open up their hearts and express gratitude to their teachers, even by giving a small greeting card with a few sentences penned down expressing their thankfulness for what they have learned, those genuine feelings they express helps them to form character by applying the teachings. Honoring Prasadam Mercy. Honoring Prasadam of the Lord in the company of Lord's devotees is a practice Lord Chaitanya himself taught us. Srila Prabhupada used to encourage youths to accept more Prasadam. It is one of the 6 loving exchanges between devotees to give and accept Krishna Prasad. College book study is also seva, not maya. In voice, we give equal weightage to Krishna consciousness versus college studies. If students study fixed hours every week and score well in their exams, they attract many friends to come to Krishna consciousness. Parents give more freedom for their Krishna consciousness programs. They get easy placement after studies.
see, if you get good score, it has multiple advantages. Parents are peaceful and happy. You get good job placement. You can get 4-5 jobs you can get, and you can choose whichever one you want, whichever city you want also. But if your marks are poor, nowadays it's a very big struggle to get good job. If you don't get placed in the college itself, coming out as a fresher, it's very difficult. So we very much insist that you have fixed we have a study chart, study number of hours every week. Like January, February, March, it's increasing number of hours per week. You will come to know that from your seniors.
Strategy planning. Our Vaishnava managers are trained to plan out nice ways and means to reach out to youth and put up effective programs to bring Krishna consciousness to them. Srila Prabhupada said that it requires organization and intelligence to expand this movement. Thus our leaders are trained in many courses such as FTC, FEC, email, royal courses, etc. are based on Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah. See, now we are calling it, instead of FEC, calling it as FTech. FTech stands for Frontliners Training and Empowerment Camp. We have 12 topics we have. Then now we have MTech, we call it, that is Mentors Training and Empowerment Camp. That is also 12 topics. Email. Anybody knows what is email? Efficient Management and Inspiring Leadership. That course has 32 sessions. It's all leadership programs, training. Though for those of you in the next year or the year later, when you become a mentor and you become a manager in center, like you become overall coordinator or a mentor, then you will undergo those trainings. Royal stands for Radheshyam Outreach Youth Association for Leaders. These are the cream leaders of all the youth centers across India. About like 200 points connect on online. About 180 to 200 people connect. So we have, actually the leaders are trained well, then they know how to take care of the others. So these are all training, managerial and counseling training programs.
Youth counseling. All of us need someone, a senior brother in Krishna consciousness, to open our hearts, express our problems, take help, and get a better perspective in life to go ahead applying what we learned. Such guidance is immensely helpful for growing devotees to face challenges in life with courage and not get bogged down. Accountability. When the systems are in place to ensure that all youths account for attendance, sadhana card, seva card, study card, etc., then all youths grow nicely in a balanced way and remain cheerful in their Krishna consciousness. If things go out of balance, they become morose. Therefore, such regular reporting is mandatory for leading a life of regulation, discipline, balance, and steadiness to advance smoothly in Krishna consciousness.
See, regulation, punctuality, discipline, and all I showed you before. This is how we do it. See, services, list, who will do what services, daily report, there is study and seva, correct, no? All these things. How many of you have seen your notice board in your center? Have you seen it? Yeah, correct.
Devotional skits. Devotional pastimes put in form of short skits create deep spiritual impressions in minds of youth. The actor gets chance to dovetail their drama talents and audience gets chance to learn immense lessons in a relaxed mood.
Anybody can guess, who is this? Prem Swarup Prabhu. He's in Calcutta. This is Swayam Prakash Prabhu in Bangalore.
Certificate courses. Youths are fond of receiving certificates, which they collect to show during their campus interviews to impress the panel of interview board members. Why not we offer them nice courses based on Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and offer certificates with special names to suit the outsiders?
See, when I made these books, Positive Thinker, Self Manager, and Proactive Leader, like that I gave names for these books. So the material name and the spiritual name for the courses. When I designed the certificate, I got the Microsoft certificate from US. We made the same type of certificate. So if you go to any interview and show our certificate, people will be captivated. Many of our boys got jobs when they saw this fellow has done Positive Thinker, Self-Manager. He's got extracurricular activity. So we have been giving, and we conduct these courses and give out certificates. That's all. Shri Prabhupada ki, Gar Bhakta Vrinda ki. So this is a session which takes some time because there are 3 parts in this which we did. So if you all have any questions, you can write and give the chits. There are many questions here. Mostly these questions have to be answered by your superiors. If you have further questions, I will only answer this much. I'll answer, I think. See here. If parents fix the marriage of their son in childhood itself, with relative's daughter, when he gets married, marriageable age, he should marry her. Is that boy eligible for practicing Krishna consciousness? What if he has contact with her or he is not in contact with her? See, this is very common in India. Now, that boy is already fixed with a particular girl in the same village, no problem. When you finish your studies and then you go for job and everything, At appropriate age, get married to her. Huh? Not a problem. I don't see any problem in this. But you don't have to keep in regular touch with her by calling her, because that will weaken your consciousness. Huh? At the right age, you will get married to her, but they fix and keep in villages. That's a standard in India. They will say that when they come to marriageable age, we will marry them, like that. Should practicing or full-time brahmacharis accept served prasadam from Mataji's? No, not good. Not good to accept prasadam from Mataji's hands. It's not good, because then loving relationship will be developed. We don't want to develop loving relation with them. It's preferable. But occasionally, as a man, you are all serving and Mataji's come for taking prasad. No, don't say, you are Mataji, I cannot give you. Don't say that. Don't be so too fanatical. You can give. Sometimes the Matajis are serving. Everybody has to take from them. No problem. Take it. Once in a while, it's all right. But as a regular standard, I am saying. How should we preach a very studious boy or girl who studies for most of the time and not getting much indulged into other activities? Give them prasadam. That's the easiest thing. Prasad is one thing which nobody will say no. It's a sure shot method. After that, prasad purifies them a little bit. Give them some kirtan like Bibi Govind Maharaj or Aindra Prabhu kirtan. And then they like to hear kirtan along with studies also sometimes. When they do assignments, they put on the kirtan in the background. That's very good. Prabhuji, I see many seniors doing all these things and still getting a good job and career. They say it's all about management. See, there may be your seniors who smoke, who drink, who have girlfriends, and they may be toppers also. They may be 9-pointer also, and they will get a very enviable job. They may get to Microsoft. Don't be surprised. That means he is carrying some Purva Janma Punya, which is bringing all these things to him. But for all the nasty activities he is doing now, he'll be a dog in the next life. You will see. He will suffer subsequently. I am very disturbed in my sleeping habits, which causes hindrance in my sadhana, making me easily fall to Maya. You need to go to doctor, surely. Ayurvedic doctor especially. You have some problem in the belly, or you have some problem with sinusitis type of thing. You definitely have to check your prakriti, your nadi has to be checked, and doctor has to advise you. It's very important. Don't delay it. Do it at the earliest before you grow older. It's very good. So juice is ready for them, something? If Ganga can wash all our sins, then why Ganga Putra Bhishma get the reaction of his sin? What reaction he got, I don't know. Anybody knows? Did he get any reaction of his sin? I don't know. If you know, you tell me. You said we should use time as a resource. So is there any practice or tricks that can help us be conscious of our time? Okay, you can see one in my channel. Save time nicely, spend time wisely. That's a topic. You can see that. Save time nicely and spend time. Last question. Okay. Don't you think child marriages are against the free will of the child? Yes, it may be, because when a child is married, he is not yet developed in consciousness. At the time the marriage is done. But after he grows up, but one thing you can be sure, parents who are getting the child married, they go to make sure that the match they make is with a very good family. They know the family, trusted family. It may be distant relative also. And they will see the economic status. So parents don't blindly marry you to anybody. They will generally see that the marriages are done very carefully. So do you trust your parents or not? How many of you are confident your parents, even if they get you married, they want to see you married to a proper person? What do you think? Correct, no? They know better than you. As a college boy, you run with a girlfriend. Are you more intelligent than parents? You can get into trouble. Like one boy ran with a girlfriend, indulged with her. Then he came to know that she already has relation with 2-3 more boys. Then he gave her up. And he's coming and telling me, Prabhuji, now I can't marry her also because she has affair with multiple boys. But I have an indulged with her. Will sin come upon me? He asked her. What do you say? Sin will come to him or not? because he indulged with her. He said, Prabhuji, while indulging, I thought I'll marry her later. With that idea, I indulged. But after indulging, I came to know that she already has affairs with 3 more boys. Therefore, I'm not marrying her. I said, your first step itself is a mistake. I told him. Yeah. How to practice brahmacharya and grihastha ashram? Brahmacharya and grihastha ashram means, His Holiness Gaur Govind Maharaj said, in my life, in my married life, I secreted semen only 7 times, he said. And I begot 7 children, that's all. That is brahmacharya and grihastha ashram. That means using sex not for recreation, but for procreation. That's very advanced stage it is. So, what is the reason for shaving the head, and what insignificant is shika? See, we have to either allow the hair to grow without any caring for it, like people give jata, no? Like that. Or we shave the head, either of the two. Not that we keep little hair and decorate it in a different style, disco style, this style, that style. And then you become very bodily conscious, correct, no? Especially for sadhus, I am saying. When you shave it up, then girls also will see that this fellow is a shaven fellow. He is not going to take any responsibility for material life. So they also know that when you clean shave and wear this dress, no girl is going to be interested in you. And this one represents, see, these are all jivas and this is Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is one, we are many. That's the meaning of this. In initial stage, we respect our senior too much. But later on, our respect towards them reduces. How can we maintain? That is because when you come close, you see their faults. So now try to see the good in them, whatever good they have. If they have faults, you can report to their senior who will rectify it. What do you think about sports in college? I want to make my body fit and strong. What would be the best? Yeah, you can go for sport. There's no problem. But don't go for sports in the morning time. Morning time, chant your rounds. You can go to play in the evening if you want. What's your realization in your decades of Krishna consciousness? My realization is Krishna consciousness is best. I get disturbed by excess services given by counselor. What to do? Tell him, Prabhuji, service is becoming too much. If you push me too much, I will run away. Then he will take care. Honestly reveal to him. Now you said by controlling senses we will gain very sharp focus, but I have seen great people who have very laser sharp focus and are enjoying material pleasures. See, this is what I told you. Somebody is enjoying material pleasures, still is a genius. You can understand that Purva Janma Arjita Punyam Agre Davati Davati. Surely he is reaping the fruit of his Purva Janma Punya. But if you wait and watch the later part of his life, you will see what happens to him. It has happened to many people. In America, there was one very big multi-billionaire. He became a drunkard and he was destroyed. He died at a premature age, very early age. So you may see that they enjoy for a short while. But now I will stop taking the questions because these questions are plenty now going on. But we have a prize distribution program. Antadipu is arranging everything. Yeah. So you have 20 minutes to go. You can go out, have your juice break and take a fresh puff of air and relax your hands and legs and come back at 12. Then we will start our next program of giving prizes to all of you. Okay? Shri Prabhupada ki